Hello, my name is Jessica Bryan. I'm going to be reporting on the nursing student perception of civil and uncivil behaviors, also known as the NSPCUB tool, for my article critique. So with this critique, we're going to look at quantitative research. We're going to talk about why it is essential to determine validity and reliability. And we'll be discussing the specific psychometrics used in the NSPCUB measurement tool. According to Pollitt and Beck 2021, quantitative research is a process of collecting and analyzing numerical data and generating predictions that can be tested. The validity and reliability of an instrument used in quantitative research are essential to guarantee that the data is comprehensive and accurate. Validity refers to the accuracy of the measurement instrument, and it reflects the identified constructs or concepts. Validation is supported by evidence, but there may or may not be a specific formula or equation to calculate. Reliability refers to the consistency of an instrument when measuring something. The Nursing Student Perception of Civil and Uncivil Behaviors tool, or survey, was created to provide leaders with information regarding behavior as it is experienced by the nurses in the clinical unit, and according to a Yi et al. 2022, it has been proven to be credible. Nursing incivility is an ongoing issue of concern in the nursing profession, especially in nursing academia and clinical experiences. My topic of interest has been inspired by personal experiences and observations of this unprofessional behavior, which led me to this research article and helped me identify this specific tool. Texa et al. 2015 reports that the NSPCUB instrument or survey consists of 12 questions that are centered around 3 constructs or concepts, including mutual respect, guided participation, and student-centeredness. 4 questions are related to each construct to equal 12 questions total on the survey. Duffy's quality caring model was used as the theoretical foundation of this tool, and it focuses on caring relationships that are based on caring factors of mutual problem solving, attentive reassurance, human respect, and encouraging manner, which can all be essential in establishing a positive learning, student-centered environment. Liu et al. 2016 reported that positive and negative statements are used for each of these constructs in order to minimize the tendencies to provide inaccurate or false answers that could conscrew the results. Each item is measured using the 4-point Likert scale, which is an ordinal scale for collecting feedback. Teilhard 2020 reports that the Likert scale is a rating scale that allows an individual to express how much he or she agrees with a response. The specific article that served as my encouragement for this identification of the tool was written by Texa et al. And it's entitled Incivility Toward Nursing Students in Clinical Rotation. Texa et al. 2018 completed the research on incivility in a specific group of nursing students utilizing this survey tool. The research was conducted using a quasi-experimental design in a magnet-designated hospital. The purpose was to measure the incidence of uncivil behaviors and test potential interventions to improve those behaviors. A convenient sample of 314 nursing students was enlisted on their first clinical experience or their first clinical day, and then they repeated the survey right after their clinical experience, which was a year in between. So they did it at the beginning, and they did it a year later at the conclusion of their clinical experience. Students were allowed to complete the survey using their phones or computers, and they completed it through SurveyMonkey. I think this image clearly depicts an important reminder in research. Mass Barber No Date reports that a measure or instrument tool may be reliable, but it may not be valid. Or vice versa. When choosing to analyze qualitative research, I feel it is important to ensure that the tool is both reliable and valid in order to make sure that it is accurate and consistent and your results are going to support your research. According to Pollitt and Beck, reliability refers to the consistency of an instrument when measuring something. Texa et al. 2015 reports that the reliability of the NSPCUB instrument was calculated using inter-item correlation matrix and internal consistency reliability. Mass-Barber, no date, reports that both psychrometrics are used on items scored on Likert scales and measures the degree to which several items in a scale are measuring the same thing. The reliability of this specific survey tool was tested by utilizing the inter-item correlation, or the Pearson correlation, also referred to as inter-rater reliability, to identify and explain relationships among phenomena, or in this specific case, nursing incivility. The Pearson correlation measures and determines linear correlations by providing a value of -1 to 1, which measures the strength of the relationship between the concept areas. For the NSPCUB survey tool, the lowest correlation was determined to be R equals 23, which indicates a low or poor relationships between two specific survey items on the scale. However, all items in each construct or concept area correlated at a low, moderate, or strong level. Therefore, they were deemed to have internal consistency. Internal consistency reliability, or Cronbach's alpha coefficient, was used to determine how well mutual respect, guided participation, and student-centeredness fit together to describe experiences of the civil and uncivil behavior. The Cronbach's alpha can range from -1 to 1, with higher scores indicating greater reliability. The NSPCUB instrument resulted in a Cronbach's alpha value of greater than 0.70, which indicates high reliability when performed on the 3 subscales or constructs that have been mentioned. It is also considered to be appropriate for a measurement tool when looking at nursing incivility. According to Pollitt and Beck 2021, validation is supported by evidence, but there may be no specific formula or equation to calculate. Validation methods can be complex when the concepts or constructs identified are abstract. For the given tool, content validity was utilized as the method for validating the survey. Constructs or concepts of interest were identified relating to the overall phenomena of nursing incivility. Additionally, this instrument was validated using literature through a literature review and synthesis. The research team pursued an expert review of the NSPCUB instrument by utilizing representatives of the population and focus groups consisting of nursing faculty involved in clinical rotations. Content experts were identified and asked to review the scale items and provide feedback on this content to validate that they are appropriate indicators of the concepts. As you can see, reliability and validity are essential when evaluating instruments or tools used in research. The instrument used in the study has a direct effect on the results, both conceptually and statistically. The NSPCUB instrument has been through rigorous evaluation and has been deemed appropriate for use in research due to the analysis and psychrometrics that report the high reliability and internal consistency of the tool. I feel that if I choose to focus on clinical experiences of the nursing behaviors, I would be using this tool as it would be appropriate to capture and measure the perceptions of the nurses to help with future research. These are my list of references used in this critique.